Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Hello again for dinner time, eating from our pantry. And I was so inspired. I've been inspired every single year. I've just never participated purposefully, even though we do it regularly. But the Three Rivers Challenge. January, eat nothing but from whatever you have stored up, whether it's bulk foods, harvest you've preserved, things like that. So I asked Todd, do you want to do it? He doesn't like being told what to do.
I hate it. Don't tell me what I have to eat or what I can or cannot eat.
Yeah. But I said, we'll give ourselves grace this first time through. Like, I know we're short on cheese, so maybe we need to go get some cheese. But because we didn't prepare for this. But I'm like, we could totally do it. We have everything we need outside of cheese, really. Mm-hmm. So my approach will be to share with you what we eat each week and do a recap on the weekend. So we missed yesterday because yesterday was Monday. So what did we eat? We ate hamburgers. Cooked up hamburgers on the grill
with
beets and pickles.
That
was our dinner. And tonight it's ham steaks, sweet potatoes, and greens I canned. Mm-hmm. And for lunch, I had a jar. This is a quart, so it's leftovers for tomorrow. But I had my white bean and sausage soup, and you had broccoli soup extras that we had frozen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I found some down in the freezer and thawed it out. Broccoli cheese soup, it was very good. And you also today, Rachel, dug out quite a few things. You got out these ham steaks, you got out some ground turkey, and 2 slabs of baby back ribs from our Idaho pasture pigs that we raised. And I think after we get done eating our dinner tonight, I'm probably going to get those prepped and I'm going to get them in my sous vide. So I'll bring you guys along with that and kind of show you how I cook these ribs. It's a long process though. It's like 24 to 30 hours we let these things cook in the sous vide. And then once they're done, we'll take them and put them on the grill and sauce them up. So
yeah. We eat very, very simple here in the house, though. While we might have some fun tools to cook with, like Instapot or a sous vide, we eat pretty basic. But I'll try to at least once a week throw in something that I have to put some thought into other than like dump and go type meals. Because working full time, that's kind of why I preserve and can the way that I do. So I can just grab something, heat it up, and eat. Mm-hmm. And we're not big meal planner prepper people. Like, my method of meal planning is exactly what he said. Once a week, I go down, pull 3 different meats out of the freezer, let them thaw. That's what we're eating that week. And we decide what sides we're going to have with it and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's going to be fun. Hopefully it's not too long of a video. Hopefully you get inspired. So, let's eat. We'll see you on the next meal. Alrighty, we just finished dinner. Todd's getting ready to set up the sous vide to make the ribs. While he's doing that, I'm gonna get some oats going for breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast eater, but this can be my lunch for some of the days this week. So I'm just putting in 1.5 cups of oats. And these are just regular rolled oats, not quick oats. And we will put in, where's my measuring cup behind me? 1 cup of milk. And let's make that 2 cups of milk. And we'll do 1 cup of water. I actually have milk in the fridge from the holidays. We never have milk in the house. Alrighty, I'm gonna just throw in a banana. I'm not gonna be too picky about it because it'll cook down overnight and then we will mash it up. And little maple syrup. A little dab of butter. Some salt. And some cinnamon. And then I will just, I'm not gonna plug it in right now because it's still too early. I'll turn it on tonight before I go to bed and it'll be ready in the morning for breakfast.
So our ribs we told you about, I've already removed the membrane off the back. Make sure you do that if you ever make ribs. And by doing these sous vide style, it's very much a way of cheating, but I really enjoy it. So, and it's quick and it's easy. And I start off with a little bit of liquid smoke, just to give it some of that real flavor. And then season them just like you normally would if you were putting them on the smoker. So I'm going to use Byron's butt rub today. Coat both sides with a nice thick layer of seasoning. And then from there, what happens to these is I got my Nesco vacuum sealer out. You vacuum seal them, either both together or individually. And then they go in a water bath that looks kind of like this. You put your meat, your vacuum sealed meat down in here. You fill it up with water. You plug this in, you turn this on. You set your temperature and your duration, and that will heat up the water. And for these ribs, what I usually do is about 145 degrees Fahrenheit for anywhere between 30 to 36 hours is usually what I do. And then from there, you can take them straight out of the sous vide and throw them on your grill and add some barbecue sauce and get them nice and charred and get some of those crispy bits on there. Or what I do too sometimes is basically pull the vacuum seal bags out of there and just toss them right in the fridge. And then you can let them sit in the fridge for 2, 3, 4 days. Pull them out, throw them on the grill, and fry them up that way. So
tonight's dinner is barbecue chicken pizzas.
Yep, we had some of these little, what are they called, naan bread, left over from our Christmas celebration, sitting in the fridge, and I thought, better use them up or they're gonna go bad. And
some smoked chicken.
Smoked chicken from, that was left over from
Cam and Claire's wedding.
Yeah.
Last year. So we had all this smoked chicken last year left over from our son and daughter-in-law's wedding. So we canned it up and it is absolutely delicious. And we have a half of our French onion soup. We're gonna fish out some of those onions and put them on, and top it with some cheese, put it in the oven. Absolutely delicious, quick and easy dinner. How did you like your oatmeal this morning?
It was good. It was very good. I loved the banana and it was really good, and the parts of like the edges got a little bit crispy, and that part was really good.
Yep, there's
some more. Well done.
That's plenty. I'll just have the one with less chicken. And I did have that for lunch today. What did you have for lunch today?
I went down to the pantry and I got a jar of stuffed green pepper soup.
Oh, yummy. I haven't had that in a while.
And I had that. I didn't either. And I was like, oh yeah, that was really good. I haven't had that in a while.
Uh-huh.
So I just tossed it in the microwave and I had instant lunch.
Awesome. So far, challenge is still going okay. We're on day 2 reporting out to you, but really day 3 here in this pantry challenge. So the ribs are still sous videing, and we will share that with you tomorrow.
Let the broiler going, toast up the cheese. Shouldn't take too long. Nope, not gonna fit.
That turned out yummy. Good job.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit soggy because I broiled it instead of baked it. But the oven is ready. We are starting a project tonight with all of this.
Goodness.
But by the time you see this video, that video will be out and done, and you probably will have already watched it.
Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm excited for tomorrow ribs. Mm-hmm. And we have leftover oatmeal for tomorrow's breakfast. So we're just eating good.
Mm-hmm. Doing a good job.
Fancy. I feel like Flintstones.
The bones pop out when you cook them like that.
Nice. Good job.
We often get the question of your canned potatoes. How do you guys cook them? What do you do with them? This is what we did here today with some onions. Throw them under the broiler. Let them get nice and crispy. Top them with some cheese is one of our favorite ways. Mm-hmm. We wish we had sour cream, but we don't.
Yeah.
So we're just going to eat them as is. The ribs, they ended up cooking for about 30 hours in the sous vide. I pulled them out this morning at about 10 o'clock. Tossed them in the fridge, and then from the fridge you can leave them in there for like 3-4 days. When you're ready to have them, you just basically pull them out. I had intended on warming them up out on the grill tonight, but it's like 19 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and I did not have any interest in spending any time out there. So just tossed them under the broiler after the potatoes were done, and they
fall right out.
Yeah, the bone. You probably don't need a knife. The bones are just going to pull right out.
I never liked ribs growing up until he started cooking them for me. They're really good. Mm-hmm. Thursday, dinner number 4. Heading into Friday. See what we do tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
So tonight for dinner is turkey chili.
Turkey chili. I don't remember what day number it is, but it's the next day. And Rachel had to work late.
Oh yes, so late. I don't. We didn't see each other at all once today, and we work in the same house.
I actually had to go to work today.
Yeah.
Which is odd for me. But a couple days ago, you thawed out a 1 pound chunk of our ground turkey from our turkeys that we raised. I pulled out another one today, so we had 2 pounds worth.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And then I used 1 quart of that chili-based stuff that you made.
Okay.
The one that said add cumin, because we were out of cumin at the time.
Yeah.
So I added some cumin.
Anything else you added to it?
Any
more onions or peppers or anything?
Yeah.
I could tell. That's
So
what I'm asking.
when we made the onion soup the other day, we had a whole entire bag left over of onions. So I threw some of those in.
Okay.
And those little sweet peppers that you bought for Christmas.
For the charcuterie board that we didn't use.
Yeah, you didn't use them, so they're still sitting in the fridge. So I chopped up those and put them in as well.
Sorry we didn't show it to you because we were just busy today. But that's what we're having for dinner. For lunch, I just had a sandwich. That's all I had, a turkey sandwich. What'd you have? Oh, you weren't home, so you probably cheated.
I was at work, so I cheated.
Oh. All right. But super fun for dessert today. We're going to try for the first time ever, at least for me, Todd's freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches. I'm excited to try those.
Are you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Second to last day of the week.
Yeah, we're doing good still.
Dinner is an absolutely delicious, super fast recipe, Korean beef bowls. We love these things. We stumbled across the recipe a couple years ago, and I actually have a standalone video on it. So if you want to know how to make Korean beef bowls, I think I do anyway. When Mac
we
and
do.
Patty were here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Korean beef tacos or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and another quick idea for your pickled cabbage, caramelize that cabbage. It makes excellent toppings for Asian dishes like this. So I just throw in some of Dan's chive oil, a little bit of sugar, because everything over there has got a little bit of sweet to the heat, and caramelized it up, and I love it. You don't, but I do.
The cabbage part?
Yeah.
I'm not too much of a fan of that, but it's really simple because it's just ground beef, and
Yep.
like most everybody has
Ground
a
beef.
package of ground beef in their freezer, so
Yeah, and it comes together in less than 15 minutes. So that's for dinner. Today I had leftover chili on top of the leftover potatoes
for your lunch,
for my lunch. What'd you have?
leftover chili
All right,
from last night.
we're doing great.
And for breakfast, I found a package of frozen breakfast sausage links in the freezer. So I cooked that up for breakfast and had that this morning. I bought half the package. Tomorrow morning I'll eat the other half.
Yes. See you guys tomorrow, and we'll wrap up this first week in this pantry challenge.
Good job.
Yummy, yummy. Last day of the week, and I made a chicken pot pie from my, from the pot pie, prepped mix that I had canned up. And I just made a couple quick pie crust. And I've been craving pot pie. My son made one for me when I was at his house. And I was like, ooh, I haven't done that in a while. And I have not let it sit long enough for the filling to get nice and thick. It's gonna be runny, I know that, but when you let it sit, it firms up. But I'm hungry. And we have football going on in the other room, so we wanna go get some comfort food and sit down and watch football. Doesn't that look good? I like a lot of pepper in my pot pie. But that was super fun first week. We're doing the pantry challenge. So thanks for the inspiration, Jessica, over at Three Rivers Homestead. If you decide you want to do it, just jump on in. You don't have to start it at the beginning of the month. And just if you post any pictures or anything, if you use the hashtag Three Rivers Challenge, you'll get inspired by what a lot of other people are doing on social media.
Yeah, and the whole point is basically use your pantry or use stuff that you already have in your house to eat for the entire month, right?
Yep, and save money because we all spent whatever we spent at Christmas. So it's a money saving opportunity too.
Yep, we're doing good so far. We are running low on a few things, like we're probably going to run out of bread this week, store-bought bread. So we'll have to make up some your homemade bread. And
I kind of got out of that habit, so get back into it.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, see you guys on the next week.